I don't know what this is, but hey guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream or for watching the recording. Today is your favorite live Q&As, ask me anything kind of thing. So whoever will be joining, feel free to ask me any questions, ideally related to what I do, like in my business life, let's say, or the company's life. So anything related to immigration, to the Czech Republic, living here, you starting a business here, finding a place to live, health insurance, whatever along these lines. But of course, if you have that need, you can ask me about some personal things as well. I'll be answering any questions today. So starting now. So first two people there, no questions asked yet. It's usually like the first minute or two is usually boring because no one's here and no one's asking questions. So it's just me talking something just to like keep the life live. But then when first person writes a question, then it all starts. Nur Hayati, Hayan, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Well, thank you. I don't celebrate it. So, not for me, but thank you. Frederick, hi Mr. Jan. How are you? Bye-bye, winter. Happy? Yeah. Actually, I always say that I don't really care about the weather. It's like, as they say in Norway and like generally on the north, there is no bad weather, there is just bad clothing. So I don't really care much, but honestly, yeah, it's really nice. For me, I really like the sun and it's already getting warm and you can be outside and like actually enjoy that, not just trying to survive or something. So yeah, even though I usually say that I don't care about the weather, it's nice. I appreciate the sun already. Kwasim Yahuni, hello Jan, just a simple question. Do you think that Czech Republic is a good country to live for a long time comparing to big European countries? I would say it depends on what you're looking for. Czech Republic generally is, I think, one of the best countries to live in Europe and potentially the whole world as well. That's a bit like maybe overstatement, but it's very safe. The healthcare is good, usually paid by the government for you anyway, or like you really pay a small amount of money to the government in exchange for the quality of the care you get. Good schooling system, all the opportunities like work, business, everything's here. So I see it as a good country to move to, but it depends on what you're looking for and also where are you from, because Czech Republic is not really, I don't want to say foreigners friendly, that's not exactly how I mean it, but it's still the immigration is pretty new to us as a country because the Czech Republic was established 1993. So it's like 30 years of immigration, which is not really that long compared to some other countries where they've been doing it for like decades more. So for some nationalities might be a bit difficult to adjust here. It's getting better definitely compared to 13 years when we started. It's now way better, but still. Also, it's not like as big of a country as Germany, so you don't have really that many options. If you want to live in like 1 million city, that's just Prague. In Germany or France, you have like more cities that are big and you can choose. So depends on what you're looking for, but generally, yes, I think it's a very good country to live in. Arvinda. Final thanks to Join for helping me with my Czech Republic work visa documentation verification. I finally won with my consultancy 100% refund. With your email I won and included some extra documents. Thanks. I'm not really sure I'm getting the message. Finally, thanks to Join for helping me with my Czech Republic work visa documents verification. I finally won with my consultancy 100% refund. With your email I won and included. Okay. So you got scammed and then you got some money back from the scammers, if I understand it correctly. That's good and congratulations. Happy to hear that. Walid Hassan, Hayan, thank you for your help. Is it possible for persons who hold ICHO as freelance hire people? Yes, of course. It is. It just depends on. There are some things you need to keep in mind. So, for example, if you're trying to get employee cards for them, that might be pretty strict. So you need to keep many things in mind. If you don't plan on like bringing foreigners or getting employee cards or anything like that, you still need to get registered as employer with the Social Security, Healthcare, Income Tax Office. So there are some things you need to do, but it's definitely possible to hire people even if you just have the trade license and a freelancer. Nurhayati Hayan, as the main applicant, I will complete my 6 months mid-September. When should I connect with you to start my family reunification residence permit process for my hubby and daughter? I would say 2 months in advance, roughly 1 to 2 months, it depends. Because collecting all the documents and getting an appointment takes some time. I would generally estimate 1 to 2 months, so that would be a reasonable timeline. So somewhere July, August, something like that. Matti or Matti. Can you say my name on this stream, please? No, I cannot do that, Matti. I cannot do that, Matti. Thank you. Nur Hayati R. Are you Matti? Are you testing me if I'm AI or something, or if I really read the comments? Nur Hayati, I just wanted to add on. Prague is a beautiful city. Love the super efficient public transportation, and the city is so well connected. That's true. That's true. Even at night, trams run until like midnight, the regular trams, the same with metro. And then at night you have night trams, night buses, they all interconnect. So that's another great part of that, yeah. Frederick, what is the difference between Czech European Insurance Public Card? Do we have to pay it? And the Green Public Health Insurance Card paid from the employer? Well, there are the public insurance is just one. There are no different types of public insurance. There is just one which either you pay or your employer pays, or both. And if you're employed, you both contribute to that. It's just the color of the card determines on let's say the coverage basically. So the green ones, I don't think they are valid within the EU. So it's valid as a comprehensive care in the Czech Republic, but it's not valid within the EU. If you have the blue one, then it's valid as a complex care, or like the public, everything covered in the Czech Republic, and then emergency care within the EU. Then there is also a yellow one, which is some very specific and has some specific rules. So there are just different coverages, but it's all the same public insurance. Mehmet Kenan Usta, hello Jan, I hope you are good. I asked you before, but I want to be sure. Can I apply PR as my situation is not 4.5 years student visa, now partnership visa with my partner is Slovak? Let me read that again. Can I apply PR as my situation is, I guess it's not, it's now 4.5 years student visa and now partnership visa, and my partner is Slovak. Well, I guess we would need to discuss this in more details, because like the student years count as half. So if you spend 4.5 years here studying, then it only counts as 2.25. It sounds like a platform from a Harry Potter movie, but that would be only this. And then the partnership visa counts as a whole. So then when you reach 5 years, then you're good. If it wasn't a partner, if it was a spouse, if you're married, then you could apply for the permanent residency after 2 years. If you've been married for at least 1 year, so that would be different. Potentially the Slovak partner would need to have the PR already. But yeah, the student years count as half and partnership visa years count normally. So whenever you reach 5 years like that. Nurhati, thanks Jan, we'll reconnect in July, August for my family's residence permits. We'll be happy to help. And I'm happy you're enjoying the Czech Republic so far, or Prague at least. Frederick, I got the European public health insurance card, 10 years validity from the ministry, but I don't know if I have to pay something or you don't get it from the ministry, you get it from the actual insurance company. So what did you get actually? Like did you get a PR and then you got registered with VZP or OZP, or what's the situation? Mehmet Kenan, I'm also working here last 3.5 years, so I'm taxpayer as well. That does not really change anything on the PR application. People think that it does, that like if you're a student but you're employed as well, that it changes something. It doesn't. It's not about what you do, it's about the type of residence permit you have. Frederick, yes, the red blue card. Guys, am I confused today or what? Like the red blue card? What does it mean? The red blue card. Anyway, this is like decaf, so maybe I would need to have some caffeine, but I would not sleep. So anyway, Arvinda. Jan, sorry for the mistakes. First aid, thanks for helping me to verify my documents with the mail you send that these documents are not seasonal. It's employee, my consultant pushing me seasonal scam, you helped. Good to hear, good to hear. Me to verify and real answers you had given me so that I won with full refund. I'm trying to apply Albania. Thanks for your help, Jan. I don't you replied or your teams. Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy that it got resolved. Now I hope someone will not kill me because they had to refund you. Yeah, it's kind of happened. Not like someone would kill me, but someone wanted to meet me in similar scenarios. So I hope that's not the case, and I'm really happy that you got the money back from the scammers. Mimidora or Minidora, I cannot see that. My eyes hurt today. I'm old. What channel is? This channel is about the Czech Republic, moving here, immigration to the Czech Republic, health insurance in the Czech Republic, business in the Czech Republic in the Czech Republic, and everything about Czech Republic, basically. Chamuki Bazuki, Jan, you look like you can fight. You'll be okay. Yeah, I can fight. I can do a lot of things in that regards. So I'm not really that worried, but it's just unnecessary, you know. If I don't have to fight, I don't fight. So, yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because, yeah, anyway. It's just, I don't know, I guess I understand it if you are like in some poor country or your family is poor or whatever, you're trying to make a living, but scamming people, it's just, I mean, how can you live with yourself, you know, that you're a part of a mankind and you're like scamming people. So how can you like live with yourself? How can you sleep well? I just don't understand it. I'm kind of sorry for the people that they have to do it. And you don't have to, of course, but I guess somewhere it's the easier way. I just cannot understand that. Like how can you then look into the mirror and like be fine, you know? So I'm happy that you got the money back. Jan, can I get job or work permit from your office? We are currently looking for employees, but we have pretty specific requirements, and we hopefully, I believe, found some because we had some interviews last week and we've chosen the people we would like to have in the team. Now just we want to see if they want to work with us. We hope so. 2 of them won't. We are waiting for the 3rd person. But as for finding you a job or getting you an employment contract or something like that, we don't really do that because the thing is where the scam usually happens with people is that you can get all the relevant documents. You can get like the employment contract, you can get the proof of accommodation, you can get everything. but you will never be able to submit it because there is 0 available appointments at some embassy. So you can have like all the documents 3 times, like perfectly prepared. You will just never be able to submit it, and you will never be able to apply even. So that's the problem. So we don't help you find job in the Czech Republic, because even if you get a job, you will hardly ever get here. So that would be the same type of scam as you've been through before. So we don't do that. We don't want to do that. Chamuki Baziki, you are asking Czech realtors. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Chamuki? Frederick, yes, I got a PR and got the insurance card, blue color for all EU, and it's validity 10 years. That's mean that nothing more to pay to VCP. Hope I explained good. Yeah, now I understand. Well, it depends on how you got it, because when you get the PR, you have to go within 8 days to a health insurance company and get registered there. But someone has to pay, so it depends on what's your situation. If you're employed, then your employer is deducting part of it from your salary and they pay something on top of it. So you're covered by this. If you are not employed and you get a trade license, you have to pay yourself on monthly basis. And if you're not employed and not self-employed, you have to pay yourself. So hopefully now I explained well. Usanase Angelike, Angelique, I mispronounced for sure, sorry for that. Good evening, sir. Bank statement, is it necessary when you want to apply for work visa appointment interview to the embassy? Not really, no. If it's employment, if you mean work as in employment, that you will have a local employer and employment contract, then you don't need that. If you mean work like self-employed, then you have to have a bank statement. Nurhayati, and did you mention that you can help with Czech language classes or recommend? How much will that cost? Say for beginners that do not speak Czech at all. I need to learn, I guess, to buy groceries. Well, that's useful if you can buy groceries so you don't die of hunger. No, we don't do it like ourselves. We don't have teachers. We are not a school, but we can recommend companies we've worked with in the past and where people are happy. So get in touch. I'll be happy to connect you with them. I honestly have no idea of how much they charge. I guess it depends on the course, like what's the level and maybe also what time, like if it's an evening course or morning course, what days. So I'll be happy to recommend them. Chamuki Bazuki, about why the realtors like to scam. Well, I would not say it's realtors. Realtors are like a topic on its own, but I don't think like real realtors try to scam you. That's the people who are not really realtors that try to scam you. But yeah, there are still a lot of scams in this field. There are also some weird things about the whole system. For example, that you pay commission to both, like the real estate agents, at least in Prague, are paid by both parties, the landlord and the tenant. So that's something interesting, I would say, or weird, or I don't know. Good for them, of course. Like, I'm not opposed to money. That's like why people do business, among other things, like helping with something. But it's just interesting. It doesn't work like that in most countries, or not even all the cities of the Czech Republic. But that's not a scam. That's usually like, you know what you will pay in advance. But there are scammers, but I would not say those are like agencies, because if that was real agencies, then people could rate them and then they would have a bad rating and then no one would use them. So I would say it's usually not like real companies or not real realtors who scam people. Education Academy UDR. I'm applying in Dresden from Croatia on 29th April, as I'm in Croatia since 2 years. How much time Dresden takes for decision? Meanwhile, can I quit my job in Croatia after submission in Dresden? I know very little about your case to be able to advise on that properly, but a couple things to say. First, Dresden don't make decisions. Embassies fall under Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but decisions about long-term visas, long-term residence permits are made by the Ministry of the Interior in the Czech Republic. So if you submit your application at any Czech embassy, they don't make the decision, they just take the documents and physically ship them to the Czech Republic, to the Ministry of the Interior, and the decision is made there. As for how long it takes, it can take forever, but it depends on what kind of application you are submitting there, because there are different approval times for different application types. And quitting a job in Croatia, that's a question for Croatia probably, but the fact that you applied does not change anything on anything. Your immigration status in Croatia is not influenced by that at all, and you can also get denied. That you submitted the application does not mean that you will automatically 100% be approved. So I would definitely not recommend quitting the job in Croatia and leaving Croatia or whatever until you get everything sorted in the Czech Republic. But I don't know what you're applying for exactly, so it's hard to advise, but embassies don't make decisions, different approval times for different applications, no guaranteed approval, so hopefully this helps. Arvinda, Jan, I mean any other country like Armenia, Azerbaijan, Serbia, Albania, any country, any blue collar jobs, I had a good experience. No, we are only focused on the Czech Republic. It's already a lot because the immigration changes a lot and all the different ministries always introduce something new. So we only deal with the Czech Republic. Deepak Haryana, hi, namaskar, sir. Hello, whatever that means. Namaskar. Joel Nakumania, I want to visit with my family from Dubai. You like it here, I think. We don't help with that though. We don't do short-term visit visas or tourist visas. We only move people to the Czech Republic. So we do long-term visas, long-term residence permits, all that. Aryan Singh, ČEZ internal evaluation process time. That's a question for them because that might be different for every university. So I cannot answer that really. But how much students can earn in Prague? You can earn as much as you want. Just depends on what you're bringing to the market and what kind of job you can find. But if you're a proper student, meaning of an accredited course, you can work even full-time as long as you manage the school as well. Sorry. So there is no limit to how much you can earn. You can earn as much as you want. Heman Sonavane, my sister is waiting for her student visa decision. We would like to know from what date we should buy VZP insurance after the visa approval. Okay, so first you will not be buying VZP insurance because VZP is public health insurance. You cannot get it as a student and a non-EU citizen. If you mean PVZP, that's not the only option anymore anyway, and I would not even say it's the best option you can choose. That's questionable, of course, or that's a matter of liking or taste or coverage you want. So I'm not shaming PVZP here, but there are 8 companies on the market, so you don't have to go with that one specifically. And from when to buy it, usually you need to have insurance valid from the moment when you're entering the Czech Republic. So if you know that your flight ticket is booked for the 1st of May, then you need to have insurance latest from the 1st of May. So ideally a bit before that, but must start from the moment when you enter the Czech Republic. Deepak, I want to come to Europe, work visa. Deepak, if your name sounds Indian, if it's not, let me know and I'll apologize and feel bad about it. But I would estimate that you're an Indian, and if you are, then I would definitely recommend a different country than the Czech Republic, because getting here for a job as an Indian citizen, even if you're living in Dubai or somewhere, is very complicated, and you are very much likely to get scammed anyway during the process. So I would recommend choosing a different country than the Czech Republic. Pratik Kir, why now they're asking for promise letter before work permit hard copy? Because I got the soft copy already. Not sure what you mean, asking for a promise letter. before work permit hard copy, because I got the soft copy already. I have no idea what you're referring to. Who's asking for it, and what do you mean by work permit? And yeah. Tovert Marcel, well done, Jan. Thank you very much. Education Academy, UDR. I'm asking because my current job sucks really bad. So will Dresden check my employment details from Croatia after I submit in Dresden and remain the bridge visa? Well, you cannot get a bridge visa from Dresden because bridge visa can be only issued by the Ministry of the Interior, and embassies fall under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Plus, you don't have the right to get a bridge visa. So you will not be getting anything from the embassy. So nothing will change on your immigration status. So it's kind of important for you to follow the rules of Croatia until you get the Czech Republic sorted. Because in the Czech Republic, there is a rule, for example, that if you leave a job, you only have 60 days to find a new one and report it to the ministry, like in the procedure they request. And if you don't follow the rules, then you will get deported because your employee card will be cancelled. So I guess similar rules apply in Croatia. Plus, you don't know when it will be approved and if it will be approved in the Czech Republic. So I would definitely not do anything that could endanger your stay in Croatia until you get approved in the Czech Republic. Frederick, was good explanation. Thank you. One more question, if okay. Is there a different type of PR, like PR after 2 years and PR? Yeah, there are different types of PR, or like more like different ways of getting the PR. The PR is generally the same thing. Yeah, you can stay forever. You just need to change the card every 10 years. So it's basically the same thing. There are slight difference between like being a family member of an EU citizen and applying as a non-EU citizen directly. There are different ways how you can get the PR. For example, kids can apply for a PR even like from the embassy. If the parent has a PR in the Czech Republic already, kids can get PR directly without the need of living here. In some cases, you can do it after 2 years. In some cases, you can do it after 10 years. So there are different ways of getting the PR, but the status is generally the same. Hemant, I mean PVZP. Yes, you can get a PVZP. They have a good coverage. They're also generally the most expensive. And there are 7 other companies that have comparable coverage and different prices. So question is if you really want to get PVZP or not. If yes, that's fine. People get them. We sometimes do it for our clients as well, but we usually do other insurance companies for most of our clients. So Saeed Akramuddin, what is the difference between a health insurance amount for someone on a work visa and on PR in the Czech Republic? The person is a third country national. Depends on the situation, because if you're employed, there is some percentage that is deducted from your salary. So it kind of depends on your salary. If you're self-employed, there is some minimum payment, but it also depends on your income. And the monthly payment can be increased depending on your income. And it's also different if you're unemployed and you don't have a trade license, and you also need to contribute. But it's a lower amount. And then if you meet some conditions, for example, you're registered with the labor office as unemployed officially, and you're looking for a job, then the government pays the insurance for you, so you pay 0. So it kind of depends. It's not about having a PR. It's about what you. Basically, when you get the PR, the same rules apply to you as to Czech citizens. So then it depends. Czech citizens also pay different amounts depending on what they do. Tovert Marcel, or Tovart, or completely different pronunciation, sorry. Does the counting of the 15 months of staying in Czech Republic start from my first day of entering through my D visa into Prague, or starts from when I get the residence permit? Should start from when you enter the Czech Republic under a long-term visa, the 60 days visa. But you can bring your family even immediately, just not under a long-term residence permit where they're allowed to work, but under a long-term visa where they cannot work. So if it's important for you to have your family here, even if they cannot work, you can bring them anytime, and you could potentially apply all at the same time. if you want them to come here and start working right away, then you would need to wait for the residence permit. And then the 15 months depend on the type of your residence permit, because for blue card, there is 0 days waiting time or 0 months. For an employee card, it's 6 months. For basically all the other visas and residence permits, it's 15 months. Pratik here, Czech Embassy. Why asking for promise letter from my hiring company before giving hard copy of work permit? I'm saying hard copy because I've already got soft copy. I'm not sure why embassy would asking for something, and I don't even know what promise letter means. And a hard copy, you always need to have like original documents when you go to the embassy. So you cannot go there with just copies. You need to have like physical original documents. Heman Sonavane, could you please give me more info which insurance I should buy for my sister as a student? She's going to pursue 2 years master's study. Get in touch if you fill in the form in my bio, or if you just go to movetoprague.com and fill in any of the forms. I will connect you to my colleague, Lucia, who is the insurance advisor here. And if you send her the date of birth or your sister, she'll calculate all the different options and she'll send it back to you so you can choose which one you want. And then we'll be happy to arrange it for you when the time comes when your sister is approved. Marcel, zdravím. Guys, there are still new questions, but it's been already 31 minutes. I need to go to sleep as well. Pratik will be the last question I'll answer. So if someone else will be asking questions after Pratik, I will not be answering that because I'm tired and I need to go to sleep. Sorry, guys. Arvinda Jan, can I get appointment from Albania for any seasonal employee card? I'll work 1 year in Albania after I can try for Czech from Albania. You can generally apply from the country of origin or country where you've been legally residing for more than 2 years. So you would need to be in Albania for more than 2 years to be able to apply there. Pratik, which country would you suggest as an Indian for moving in Europe easily? Definitely not the Czech Republic. I would try Poland. I would try the southern countries like Spain, Portugal, there, but definitely Poland would be for Indians. Munir Ahmed, can an undergraduate student survive independently? You mean like financially? I mentioned before that as a student, you can work as much as you want if you're the proper student and accredited program, as long as you manage to go to school, pass all the exams, all that. So it's just up to you and to what you're bringing to the market, what companies, what jobs you're looking for, what can you do. Marcel, does the counting of 15 years? I answered that already. Thanks a lot, Jan. We'll get in touch. Good. And Pratik here, so that's the last question I'll be answering today, as mentioned. According to the new rules by Czech Embassy, they ask for promise letter from the hiring company. You should read about that. If you send me the link where you read that, or if you send me the email the embassy sent you, I'll be happy to go through it and see what has changed or what not has changed. Yeah, I'm not aware of any promise letter embassies should ask for now. So if you send it to me, I'll be happy to check. Maybe I'll learn something new that I missed. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining today, and I will see you again Thursday. Now, I still want to thank you because the questions are great, and it keeps the, it's 35 minutes. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night in the Czech Republic. I've had a long day at work, but I've spent 35 minutes answering your questions, and that's because you ask questions. So it shows me that it's kind of important for you that you have questions and then that you appreciate the answers. So thank you for the questions. Thank you for being here. If you find my content useful, these live streams useful, subscribe, share, link. I don't know what link means, but like and like share the channel among your friends and everywhere. So I can do better live streams. Okay, guys, thank you very much again, and see you again Thursday, Monday, until the end of the world. Good night. Bye-bye.